Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Slow Blink Anime Podcast. My name is Phil.
I'm Candace.
And today we're talking about Haikyuu to the top. And we're finishing up season, I think it's like season 4. But it's episode 9 through 13 we're going to cover. And it's pretty much the last few episodes. And it's going to wrap up the part A of this season. Because there's going to be a second part in October or November, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's going to be even better than this part.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's been good, but it's been a whole bunch of just practice and training so far.
Yeah.
And we're just getting to the main tournament now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so episode 9 is called Everyone's Night. Episode 10 is called Battle Lines. Episode 11, Chance to Connect. 12 is Vivid. And 13 is the second day. And episode 9, we'll get right into it. Episode 9 is like pretty much nothing happens that's important or significant. We get like interactions with the different players and everything, but it's New Year's for them, and for us it's just a transition episode into the actual competition and the tournament. Yeah, so episode 10, we'll go right into that one, Battle Lines. This is like the start of the tournament, so they're there. And now they're about to go warm up, I think, and Hinata realizes that he lost his shoes, or he can't find his shoes.
Yeah.
And then going back to that, we remember it's when he asked one of his teammates to watch his bag.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's a child's bag that he has, he got it mixed up with different kids. And they're able to find it by using the phone to call is that what they did? They used the phone?
No, they called Hinata's phone, and then Hinata's phone rang, and then this mom answered it, and then they met up with someplace. Yeah. Well, the manager met up with someplace.
Yeah.
So
she had to go. It was her job to go get the shoes. Yeah. And we go through we get her whole life story
with that little
out of
journey.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
And she took the bus there, and then she missed it going back. So it's like, oh, the track star, and I'm gonna jump over the fence.
Stop doing fun. Stop! It's pretty cool because she's
just like when I was in track.
Hold on, stop! She's graduating, so I guess it's a good little spotlight or highlight of her story. Stop making fun of her.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like the practice. But anyway, she gets the bag. She makes it back to the stadium record time. But the whole thing that she was going through is she was trusting someone else to be the manager for the team.
I forgot her name. What's her name?
I don't know her name.
Well, the little girl.
Yeah, but the little blonde girl. Yeah. But she passes the shoes. She throws the shoes to her, and it's like she's passing on the torch to the new manager. Mm-hmm. And Hinata gets his shoes. He's happy. That's the whole episode, pretty much. And no, the game starts at the end of that. Yeah. And they're playing some side characters this first match. So it's like some no-name school. I guess they're comparable to Karasuno, because they were talking about how they lost their first few rounds. And they're not a great team, so it's a good matchup for them to
start off.
Yeah, for Karasuno to get their pace going.
Yeah.
What is the name of that school? Tsubakihara is the name of the school. And it's like a big adjustment, especially for Kageyama and Hinata, because Kageyama's got his it's like a grid they showed, but it's like all the negative space in the stadium.
It's just they're playing in a bigger stadium. It's like a more professional stadium, and they've always been playing in
at a school or something.
Yeah, like a school gym, school stadium, and nothing that big.
Yeah, but these ceilings are huge, and the lights are really bright. Yeah. So it takes them. There's a adjustment period for them that they have to go through.
And so basically, they use this group that they're playing against as like what you're saying, adjusting and figuring out where the spatial difference of the stadium. And that way they can be more prepared for the real people.
Yeah, because there's just some no-name school, but they weren't a bad team.
Yeah.
But they were nowhere at the level of these other schools that are there.
Yeah.
Nowhere near it. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty much back and forth, and they depend on the upperclassmen most of the game to keep it going. And pretty much the only cool thing that happened was that the pinch server that they called in, that he just hit it like way
like an underhand serve.
The underhand serve, and he went like almost all the way to the ceiling. He had to come down really fast and hard. Yeah, I think that was the coolest thing that happened. Yeah, and that's one of the coolest serves I saw this season too.
Yeah. Really? I thought you loved the spike. Like,
no, one of the coolest ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you're always like for the spike. Like, why isn't he spiking?
Yeah. But that was cool too, just because like nobody expected it.
Just something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they ended up winning, and towards the end of the game, they got their rhythm. What they got? Yeah, I think after the second match, in the second game, they got their rhythm. And then there's just one moment that I really liked what you said about it. It was the Miya guy. You know Miya?
Which one is that?
He's the one that does the cool serve at the end.
Oh, okay.
That guy. He's watching Hinata Kageyama, and they do their quick attack. And then in the sub it says, "Who is that?" After he saw Hinata do that really fast spike. But then you told me what he actually said is like, "What is that?" Like he's some kind of like a monster thing.
Yeah.
Like a thing.
That was
like, what is that thing?
That was the direct translation of it. Now I don't know if he was talking about what is that, like what was that attack, or what was that, like what kind of monster is Hinata or that player over there.
I thought he was talking about Hinata.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but I mean it could go.
It was just funny how he described it.
Yeah, it's like an item or
that thing.
Yeah.
But it just showed you like how he was. It just caught him off guard. Like he wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
And that was happening during the match, and then they ended up winning, and I think what I really liked is that the old senpai came, and just seeing their like younger.
Oh my God! Who cries over this?
Because they were like freshmen, or like the freshmen whenever they were seniors, and then they came to watch him.
You okay?
You got anything?
Yeah, so the senpais came, and they were saying they used to be in their shoes too, and they used to be the babies. The current senpais used to be the babies, and then now that they're the senpais, the senpais, the old ones, came and watched them and see how grown they've become and how proud of them of now that they're the current senpais, and
you've gotten so tall.
And they're holding up the team when they used to be these little immature or like beginner volleyball players, and now they're making it. Yeah,
because I think they were saying too that Karasuno wouldn't ever get to that same level that they were at, because after everybody left, and now they are back at this big tournament that they're in. It's just like they were just so proud of him. Anyway, that was episode 12. No, episode 11. So that's how it ended there. So episode 12 is called Vivid, and Hinata finally gets to see Hoshiyume play or make some plays. And then it's not like they make it seem like he's kind of jealous, but I think it's more of admiration and wanting to reach his level, because they shows
Hoshiyume,
the white hair guy
with the weird eyebrows.
And everybody's calling him the tiny giant.
Oh yeah.
Because he was doing everything. He was doing spikes. He was doing the serves. He was receiving. Like everything was just like
jumps high.
Everything was just flawless that he was showing. And we find out more about his personality. Like he's got a big personality already, but he's real sensitive about this height. And he's like, "Why you only interview me because I'm small?"
Yeah, and it's like some kind of achievement for a small player to do all of these.
He just gets real defensive.
Yeah, he didn't like
That's
that.
funny.
Which would make sense though. Like it's like, why does that matter? You know, like, why does the height matter to y'all? Like, I'm just talented, and I just, you know, anybody can do this crap. Yeah.
And then his teammate calmed him down, thank goodness. Kind of like diffused that situation.
Yeah. But it was just, I think it was creepy how Hinata, like, literally followed him where he was being interviewed, and he was just watching him, listening to him. I'm like, but yeah, I think, it's an admiration kind of thing. But I think it was kind of painful for him to be called a tiny giant. Yeah. And we know that Hinata wants to follow the footsteps of the tiny giant. And then Hoshimi's being called the tiny giant. Yeah. So
I really hope they play each other.
They will. I feel like, I don't know, I'm like 99.9% sure that
I don't know what side of the bracket
they have to, though. They have to play the people that they highlighted when what's his name? Oh my god, I wanted to say Tobio.
Tsukishima. No, not Tsukishima. Kageyama.
Kageyama, yeah. When Kageyama went to that All Japan Youth
I don't think
training, they have...
Unless they play each other, like those teams play each other. And then Nekoma is also in the tournament.
I feel like they're going to have... Because they gave those people so much highlight that they have to play them.
Well, they can probably play the other teams.
Because if you think about it, they just started. This is just their first game. And then if you saw the brackets, there's this whole list of people against each other.
We can probably look at it, but what are the odds that everyone's on that same side of the bracket and then not facing each other?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Because there's a lot of teams.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. But it's anime, you know. They make this shit work just to...
It'd have to be ridiculously convenient.
So, Hoshimi and Hinata, they have to play against each other. And then who are the other ones that they...
unless Hoshiumi's team loses to a team and then Karasuno plays that team. So it's like the tiny giant from there can't beat this tiny giant. So it's like he's trying to prove himself.
I don't know, but I'm thinking in my head that they have to. Like, if not, then I'm going to be really surprised. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm going to be really surprised and maybe, like, disappointed because I really want to see them play.
That would be an amazing game.
All of them. If not, then I'm going to be disappointed and I'm going to be surprised. Yep. But it's just weird that they gave all these supposed to be strong people, like a little sneak peek, and then they're not going to show us, they're not going to let Karasuno play against them. And so, I don't know, but we'll see.
Okay.
But, okay, so we move on.
Yeah, and this whole time we're getting like this side story with Tanaka and the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Like a childhood friend. So that's going off and on throughout this.
It's like a little filler.
Yeah. I'm trying to waste time. But
basically.
But I think she likes him for sure. But I don't get why he tried to reject her the first time. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters. Okay. I didn't care about all that stuff.
Tanaka's the shaved-haired guy. Shaved-haired. And then they get to a scene where Bokuto's playing. He's like the spiky hair guy.
Yeah.
And he's like struggling to get motivated because he's not on the big stage.
Oh yeah, they're in that little gym, stadium.
And then his teammate finds a way to like, well, you're the only one here, so everyone in this building is watching you.
Yeah.
And then even your students came to watch you, and it was Hinata. Like, they came to cheer you on. That's when he got, like, more excited.
Like, all pumped up, and he played like, how he plays.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I like to see them play his team, too. Like, there's a lot of teams I just want to see play. I don't care who they play, either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the end of episode 12, and then episode 13 is, like, the big one. Like, the big finale for this, part A.
Yeah.
And it was a good one. They're playing, how do you say this? Inarizaki. And that's the team that the Miya twins are on, we find out. So Miya's the guy that went to the All Japan training camp with Kageyama.
So that's the first guy.
Yeah,
that we see that they're playing against that was from All Japan. All Youth Japan.
And he's got his twin brother too, who's they say is just as good, and then they say the other players on the team are also just like monsters.
Yeah. So
this whole team is just stacked pretty much.
Yeah.
And this is one I'm really looking forward to because like this is like one of the best serves this whole season that I've seen. And even the whole show, just like how impactful it was, because what happens is Miya's the first one to serve, and then like the whole band's playing, and then he like closes his fists, and like everything just goes silent, and then he does the spike, and it just goes right past everybody, and Nishinoya didn't even move, and I think it was Asahi was with him.
Nobody moved.
Like nobody moved like on that side because it was just so fast. But that was like one of the best scenes that I saw, and it just shows you like at what level he's at. That guy is, and we knew his sets were amazing because any set he does is easy to hit. That's how Kageyama described it. But now his serving, I think he's did they say he was the best server in the region? He said he is the best or one of the best servers.
I don't know.
They said it for one of those. I can't remember what they said. But that, like, what did you think about the serve?
It was crazy. I think it was, we knew that they have to have some kind of trick in their sleeves, and so they showed it to us, his serve. And I think it was pretty cool, too. It was funny when everybody went quiet when he did the little, like, what you did, like, I was like, it's so in sync. It's like everybody knew what to do when he made the signal. It's like almost, what do you call it, scripted. But it was funny, and it was good. It was really good. But looking back, I feel like I can't remember exactly what team it was, but there's like at least one or two teams that they played before where somebody spiked really good that everybody didn't move. It's not
it's
something,
a few of them.
It's not something very new, not like the underhand serve. That was completely new, because everybody else spiked when they served. But so the underhand serve was what I would say is the true, unique, different. Just surprising. With this one, it's like they've had a couple others where the opponents but served, and it was so fast and it was so strong that nobody moved. I think one of which is Ushiwaka, where he spiked so strong that everybody just kind of froze the first time. Yep. The first time, and so. And
also when it would hit them and they received it, it would just.
It was really.
It would knock them back. How strong it was.
It was. I loved it too. Like, it was surprising, but it wasn't like out of this world for me. That's what I'm trying to say, but.
What I'm thinking though is it's kind of like a concern a little bit for Karasuno.
Yeah.
Because every time that happened, you know how Oikawa from Alba Josai, they always had like this really cool animation whenever they did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And Ushiwaka too, he would have this really cool animation where it's just like it's all white and it gets like real grainy and sketchy when they do it. Like the art gets more sketchy, like a different art style. And Miya, he didn't have that change. Right? It was just like a normal.
There wasn't.
So what if that wasn't like his best serve?
Yeah, of course that's not going to be his best serve. They're not going to show anything best at all until mid-game when they're really heating up and they're starting to, okay, let's get serious now. They never have that the first moment where they show everything that they've got. Almost always they don't show it the first time. They would always have something up in their sleeves that we're going to see on the next episode, the next season.
Sometimes, yeah.
And so that was like a little sneak peek, I guess, like of what he can do. And so we're not gonna see.
It's probably like nowhere near how talented.
And I'm pretty sure that there's other teams, like what they've mentioned before is that the whole team is basically a monster and they're really, really, really good. And so we're gonna see more of the other, not just the twins, the Mia twins, but we're also gonna see other members that would probably, they would think that nobody's, but they have something. That's what I'm thinking. That's almost, I don't know, almost always the case.
Okay.
Like, you know, don't you think?
Yeah.
Do you not agree?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the next season.
Yeah. I just want to see the next season too.
Yeah, that's good. But it's like, I think it's October. Let me check real quick. Yeah, but what did you think overall about this season?
I like this season. I like this season. I would rate it... October?
Yeah, October 20... This year, October.
Okay. I would go with... I don't know, like 6.5.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is like the same Kakegurui level? I felt like this was way more exciting than Kakegurui.
It's true. Okay, maybe Kakegurui I rated a bit too high. Maybe Kakegurui now it's like same as you, like maybe like 5.8 or something. I would rate this like about 6.6.
Yeah, because for this part A, I think it's like 7 or 8 for sure for me. But because there's nothing too crazy that happened this season. I mean, this part season, because it was mostly just training.
Yeah.
Like the first half and then the first episodes after that was just training.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Hinata going to the Japan one. No, the Kageyama going with All Japan, and then Hinata's training camp that he crashed, and then after that, it's just like practice matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the only real action we got was the practice game against Tateko,
The tournament.
and then the start of the tournament. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Do you like this season more than the first one, or more than the one before?
The one before was with Wakatoshi, right?
Yeah.
I think that I really like that because it's like
Where's Wakatoshi?
Ushiwaka.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's Wakatoshi. Is it the same?
I don't know.
Is that his first name? Okay. Search his name. What is it?
Ushiwaka.
Is Ushiwaka even the... Yeah, it's the same person.
Nobody calls him Wakatoshi.
Why is
Wait.
Ushijima called Ushiwaka? Oh, it's just a nickname. Okay. But it was overall,
Ushiwaka.
yeah, Wakatoshi. That season when he played his team was like really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that they beat Ushiwaka because, I mean, he would talk crap on Hinata and Tobio.
Yeah.
If nobody knows who Tobio is, that's Kageyama.
What's Hinata's other name? What is his name? Shoyo. I'm calling him Shoyo from now on. All right. Yeah. Overall, it's like pretty. It's set up for a good part B. Is what they did for sure.
Yeah.
They did a good job setting it up.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next season to come.
7 out of 10 from me.
6.6.
Okay. I like sports anime though.
Yeah.
I have a weakness for it.
A weakness for senpai seeing the answers.
That's good. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, but if you want to know what I'm gonna rate more than an 8, if we do that video.
What?
Violet Evergarden.
No.
But we'll talk about that later.
All right. Thank y'all everybody for watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and give us a rating on the podcast review. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. And you can listen to us on all the major podcasting apps and sites.
And thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all. Are we back? Okay. Next time.